Well, hello, Williams, Philippines. It is Friday, April 26th, 2025, and it is about 15 to noon, 11:45 a.m. Been out in the back mowing down with the walk-behind weed eater and doing my weed eating. Now, I probably mentioned before I have bees. I kept bees and got honey from them on a regular basis up until I finally gave up on it. Matter of fact, I'm trying to sell the equipment there now. It's out in the front yard. Mm. Anyway, I was out there doing my mowing, and I said to myself, I'm going to get this part over here done. So everything to the southeast from my walkway is done, and quite a lot of the northwest of my walkway is done. Right up until I got too close to the beehive. They are very irritated. They started coming out and investigating and didn't like the fact that I've got this loud, noisy thing there chopping down weeds and drawing their attention and making noise that's disturbing their little lady, the queen. And that's something you don't want to do in a beehive, is disturb the queen. Because when you disturb the queen, everybody else gets, pretty much all disturbed. And they want to come out and find out what's causing the disturbance. Because bees are like that. Just saying. Anyway, the beehive is now officially disturbed. And the problem with this is, although I did get probably 75% of my backyard, maybe 80% of my backyard done, yeah, the 20% that's up near close to the beehive is a little bit inaccessible at this moment because there's a bunch of bees flying around all pissed off at this yellow thing that makes a bunch of loud noise and chops down weeds, plants, grass. Yeah. So they're over there irritated with the weed eater. And what's walking behind the walk behind weed eater is me. Now, I probably haven't said this before, but there's one major malfunction that when the bees start swarming and getting interested in something as to what's causing a problem for the queen, well, I hadn't told y'all this before, but I'm allergic to bees and wasps. Yeah. So what don't I want to be doing is getting stung. Now, because of keeping bees, my tolerance for bee stings has gone up, and I can take 2 or 3 of them and not go to the hospital. But when you have 100 bees in the air and they're investigating and the numbers are going up pretty fast, it's probably a good idea for me not to be around there, especially when they start trying to attack the weed eater. So I drug it back as far as I could and walked in. Yeah, I'll have to put it back in the garage when they cool down and decide that it's not attacking anymore. I'll have to make sure I do a piece of it at a time over the next few days to get back there and get that piece done. Because it's so much fun. Part of me wants to go out there and try to work them, see if they got how much honey they got. Because this is the time of year they produce a lot of honey. They're coming out of winter, they're building the hive, and they got to have honey to make baby bees. So yeah, and they usually produce a lot extra. Part of me wants to go suit up and go mess with them, but they've already been disturbed once today, and I ain't going to go there because they're already pissed. Don't get me wrong, you hit them with the smoker, and they usually calm right down, but then there's all those ones that are already outside. At this time of day, they're out getting more pollen and, yeah, bringing home water and such. And you'd be surprised what all bees will consider to be good drinking water. It's one of those things. Anyway, sorry. I'm sweating like a pig and it's running down my glasses. That helped. Anyway, yeah, the beehive. Part of me is wanting to go out and try to finish the backyard, but I know better. Like I say, they've got to the point they're irritated, and I ain't gonna chance it. Cause hey, I don't want to go to the hospital. I got enough things that are keeping me down when it comes down to getting things done, and being in the hospital because of bee stings ain't one of them. And no, I was not dressed and ready to be out there messing with bees. Half the time, I'm not even sure they're there. Today, I found out they're very much there. So, yay, that's a good thing. Part of me wants to take and get this to somebody that can take care of them. The other part just says leave the beekeeping equipment here and let the new owners find out. I've got a little book that says Beekeepers for Beginners. Yeah, we all had to learn and start somewhere. Anyway, got a little more packing done. Not much, but a little more. And yeah, the water filter pumped the air tank up, went in there and drained the pressure tank and got all the seeped in water blowed back out of it. It's got a small leak. And as long as you only do a little bit of it, it's real good. It's when it gets to that point where it's, where it's, what do you call it, lower, and it gets to the spot where the leak is, that it really leaks and lets stuff out. And the pressure goes down and the water doesn't get to fill it as much. It's an old tank. I think it's 10 years old. They say they only supposed to last 4 to 5, 6. So I'm well past my due date on it. But I'm not going to buy a new one for somebody else to use. If I buy a new one, I'm carrying it to the Philippines with me. And believe me or not, I am thinking about bringing a water filter over there. Because, hey, good filtered water that's capable of being drank is kind of an important thing, and the idea of paying somebody else for it is really horrible. But then all they're doing really is getting a water filter and filtering it. Probably running it through a UV thing too to make sure they get all the bugs. Just saying. But yeah, I'm used to operating one of these things and maintaining it so it wouldn't be a problem. My issue is that if I buy it over here, it's probably going to be more expensive. And well, if I don't buy it over here, I can wait till I get over there, see what the price is over there in the Philippines. And if it's more expensive, I can order it online, have it delivered to my aunt's house, and then have them put it in a balikbayan box and ship it over for $125. It's doable. Just saying. Uh, it is what it is. I'm tired. It's been a fairly busy morning. But I do have where the tree is and around the chicken coop got out. So I think I'm going to try to drag a couple branches off from the tree that I cut down. The branches that landed on the chicken coop, and see about getting a few pieces of the chicken coop out of there and up to the front pile where, oh yeah, stuff is going bye-bye. I need to call them too. Probably do that early next week. Try to add what I can this weekend. It is what it is. Anyway, I'm going to try to get this started and in the can, and then go back and move a few things before it's already getting hot out there. Yeah. One of the hazards of Panhandle of Texas is it does get hot pretty quick, especially when you got the southwest winds coming down the slope from the mountains into Mexico. It builds up a bit of pressure coming that way and it warms up. There's some fancy name for it. The weathermen around here use it all the time. I ought to remember it. But yeah, it's a compression wind that heats it up. Fun stuff in Texas. Anyway, I got to get things going, get back to it. Thought I'd try to get this done. So please like, comment, subscribe. Come along for the insanity. Thanks for what comments I get. Y'all have a good day and blessings. Lots of food, lots of friends, and lots of family. And again, more food. Always more food, folks. It's good to have food. I'd rather have my problem of having too much food than other problems of not having enough. Yeah, I don't like being on that side of the fence, not having enough. But again, we all get to make choices. And that was a choice on my part because of Stupid Street. Anyway, I'm William of Williams, Philippines. Come along. Later blessings. Bye-bye. I'm fishing. Well, fish is out.